This is Dr. Sebastian Gonzalez with Performance Play Sports Care, and we're going over some strengthening for the ankle. And the ankle, we're talking about the muscles above it, which is going to be in the calf. So she's pointing at the peroneal muscles right here in the outer part. And when she's pointing at the backside, we're pointing at mainly the gastroc, soleus, and in this case, we're going to do muscles of the inner part mainly, which is going to be the tibialis posterior and the tibialis anterior in front. So we're going to use a band for this. Go ahead and do the E version one first. Okay, so mainly step on the band. There's nothing too complicated about. Raise your foot enough to, mainly you want to be able to keep the knee stable when you're doing it. Notice that it's purely ankle motion, swinging her little toe out towards the, that's going to be the left side of the screen, or away from the other foot. And she's just doing this for reps. We usually shoot for about reps of 10 or 15 or so. It should be fairly hard at that point. It shouldn't be really easy, or else you won't get any development of those muscles there. Next one we do is you're going to keep the feet in the same position almost, except for she's going to bring her right foot up, suspended above, almost directly above the other foot. Sometimes you have to reposition it, make sure it's out towards the toe to get your leverage about you. And she's, again, pumping the foot. Notice that she's having to work the hip by holding it up, obviously, but she's not moving it excessively. And it's mainly ankle motion. So this is for the tibialis anterior as well as some of the other muscles in the front part of the ankle. And the next one's a little bit more complicated, but it's for supination, or for the tibialis posterior. Again, notice that she's keeping the band on the same foot. She switched hands, bringing the foot behind. In this one, the trick is just mainly keeping that band right there on that section of the foot and not letting it slip back towards the ankle anymore. So this is almost like you're cupping your foot. You can increase the tension by moving it out a little bit more. But for the most part, again, the knee is very stable. This is pure ankle range of motion. Let's push it out a little bit more towards the toe. Bring the band out. There you go. So this will increase the tension on it as well, according to the leverage of it. These bands always get a little complicated. That's why we usually don't switch it too much on the foot. We just kind of leave it. But for the most part, she's driving the ankle into supination, and this should help out with a lot of ankle conditions of instability. We start people off with this type of exercise very quickly. A lot of times there's not a lot of flare-ups, but for the most part, any foot, ankle, heel pathology, this should be helpful with. Again, talk to your healthcare provider before you start any exercise, and hope this was helpful.